Singer Castle.
Now there is 627 terracotta wine spots. Every single one of them is tilted slightly down forward. When you have this door right here closed, it keeps the wine at a good temperature. Now, just around the corner over here, behind this fall shelving, we have our first secret passageway of the castle. I'm going to let you guys guess on how you think you opened up this secret passageway. I'm going to give you guys 3 chances to figure out how I'm looking for the Bible. 2 knocks. We are now down to 2 chances.
Oh, that would have been it.
Push on the door. Push on the door. Fortunately, a little bit easier than your average. Now, there is a reason for why this was so easy to open. When servants were in the wine cellar, oftentimes they did not have the empty gates. They would have to push the door open and push it open. This secret passageway goes in 2 different ways. The first of which is a hallway that wraps around this staircase right here and goes around the corner into the library. The other of which is a staircase of its own. That staircase goes to the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floor, and that branches out to the rest of the secret passageway system. Do you guys have any questions about the Great Hall or the one cellar? They're all empty too, unfortunately. Now, once you guys are ready, we're going to go right up these stairs right here, and that is going to take us up to the dining room. Actually, leave it open just so the rest of you can see it.
That's when I shut the door.
I can hear a fan. That wine cellar.
Here we go, stairs. This is 93 degrees today.
Alright, so this room right here, this is the castle's dining room. Now, Frederick and his wife, Emma Bourne, they would sit on each end of this table right here. Now, if they did not get their meals in the time that they requested, they had little call buttons on each corner of the table. Now, these call buttons went to 2 different locations. The first of which was right behind that door over there, that is the butler's pantry. The other of which was the servant's kitchen, located right below us. Now, they very rarely had to use these call buttons though, because if you guys look up to the top side of the room over there, you guys can see another secret passageway. What a servant could do is they could look down from that grate over to this mirror right here. From that reflection, they could see directly down onto the table. They'd be able to know what the Bourne family needed before they brought out the next course. Do you guys have any questions about the dining room? Alright, once you guys are ready, we're going to begin making our way through these 2 doors right here, and that is going to take us into the breakfast room.
Right there.
Now, the first thing I'm going to mention about this room right here is you guys are more than welcome to sit in the tables and chairs in the center of the room right here. Because these are not original to the breakfast room. We got these from IKEA back in 2007. So if you want to think of it this way, sit in them at your own risk. Now, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, we have this dining set right here. This is the oldest antique on the entire island. Do I have any guesses on what year this dining set was made? Now, I can get you guys started. It was before 1900.
Before what?
1900.
1870.
Before 1870.
1750.
before 1760. A little bit before 1500. A little bit before. 1492, the same year Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Now, as for this room as a whole, originally it used to be about half the size that it is right now. It came out to the pillar right before the building deck. The breakfast room was extended in 1915 when Frederick Bourne wanted to add on to the guest bedrooms directly above us. The only way for him to do that was to add on to the breakfast room as well. Now, with that addition, he decided to add in these beautiful arched windows that are in here nowadays, and with that, a wonderful view of the American sunrise and Canadian sunset in the same exact room. Do you guys have any questions about the breakfast room?
So how many were in the family?
They had 12 children.
Oof.
Now, now only one of them though was below the age of 18. She actually was the one that took over the castle after Frederick and Emma. Her name is Mordred, and she owned the castle from 1919 to 1961. Do you guys have any other questions? All right, once you guys are ready, we're going to go through this doorway over here. Hopefully get a nice breeze out on the terrace.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm just going to open this door for you guys. Watch your step as you head out. There is a little bit of a gap.
All mine's live except for one.
I have one sister, and she's actually on, or she just got off. She had the 2 o'clock tour. And then my cousin is the other one, the other tour guide for the Sands. And then my other cousin is the one up for the 4 o'clock. So today's the first time.
Your family's got it covered.
Oh yeah, I was the first though. I've been here the longest of any of the tour guides. This is my 5th year here. I've been here since I was 14. My cousin Riley, he's now just starting at 14, so he's in my boat 5 years ago.
Awesome.
All right, so what we are on right now, this is properly known as the terrace. Now, if you guys look off to the eastern end of the terrace over here, down below, that is the castle's rose garden. The rose garden is original to the castle's construction. That will be the last spot that we'll see on this tour. Now, there's going to be another building that I'm going to be talking about on the southern end of the terrace over here. The building down by the water, that is the castle's south boathouse. Now, it is the first of 2 different boathouses that we're going to see on this island. In this case, it is the smaller of the 2. Frederick Bourne, he highly encouraged his guests to arrive from this boathouse in particular, because say there was a storm out, they could go into the base of the clock tower, up 3 flights of stairs, across that little land bridge right there, and that would take them directly into the castle without feeling a single drop of rain. Now that clock tower that you guys see right there, that was added on in 1912, so Frederick Bourne could have a larger clock tower than Bourne Castle. He did succeed in doing so. It's slightly larger than the one at Bolt. It even came with Westminster chimes. Those chimes would go off every 15 minutes, 24/7. There's 2 differences nowadays. We have the windows shut, so they're not quite as loud. They also do not go off at nighttime anymore for the sake of the royal suite directly above us. Do you guys have any questions about the terrace? All right, once you guys are ready, we're going to go through these 2 doors over here, and that is going to take us into the drawing room.
Okay, Mama. Okay.
Just watch a second.
There's our tour boat.
Oh, there's women around. Oh, that's Kristen. She loves to swim. She's the one of the swimmers.
There you go.
2 minutes off.
I was here probably 15 years ago. Pulled up here. Then they said, sorry, the island is closed. It's running out for the whole day.
Likely that would have either been an event through like the Chippewa Yacht Club or Uncle Sam's has their Admirals tour, or it could have been like a really large scale wedding because that doesn't Great Escape had never aired. That's about legally all as much as I can say about it.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't you guys actually have a copy of that, The Great Escape?
We do have a copy of it. We're the only ones with that copy. I wish it did. That would have been cool. All right, so this room right here, this is known as the drawing room. Now, if you're wondering why it is known as the drawing room, after dinner, the Bourne men would withdraw from the dining room into the drawing room, commonly to smoke or play board games. Now, there's several board games in the 3 window seats off to the southern end of this room. Those window seats are designed after Pullman railroad cars. That's because in the early 1900s, the only way to get to northern New York was by train. Out of respect, he felt like he had to have those in the castle. Now, the ceilings in the drawing room, they stand at 18.5 feet tall. They're the tallest ceilings in the entire castle, for 2 different reasons. First of which is because of the fact that the Bourne family were pretty heavy smokers. They wanted the smoke to rise to the top of the room instead of choking the rest of it out. Now, they also had a secret passageway that wraps around this entire room. If you guys look up this painting over here, you guys can see that secret passageway. Now, that is a painting of Charles I. Now, in the book Woodstock, Charles II spends the early parts of the book cutting out the eyes of his father's painting. He then decides to place it right up against one of his secret passages. He then hides behind it to spy on his assassins. If you guys have heard of that storyline before, you might have already heard of that from Scooby-Doo or Bugs Bunny. They both feature that same exact storyline. Now, before we head into the loggia, I do have another guessing game for you guys to play. These curtains right here, they appear this rustic green color. However, it used to be a completely different color. What color do you guys think they used to be?
Maroon.
Not a maroon.
Probably red.
Any other guesses? Not a gold.
White.
Green.
What was your guess?
White.
Not a white, not a green.
Purple.
Not a purple, not a burgundy.
Okay,
You
brown.
say blue. You are correct. It is a beautiful blue.
Oh my God.
Wow.
This is what happens when you do not take care of your curtains. Do you guys have any questions about the drawing room? All right, once you guys are ready, we'll go through this doorway right here into the loggia. Loggia is attached around
Cool.
Now, Next Generation, his son sold the castle for $1.8 million to our current owner, Mr. Bellotti, in 2002. And then, since then, he's opened up tours, opened up the Royal Suite so people can spend the night. We actually have a Royal Suite tonight, and all kind of good stuff.
How much does it cost to stay?
So for 2 people, it's about $850 for the night. That comes
Oh,
with
it's
2
not
meals per
bad.
stay, your own personal butler, and the whole island is yours for the night.
It's not
No one else
bad.
is on the island. No tours. Nothing. Now, for 6 people, it's a little more pricey. It's about $1,200 to $1,300, or about $200 per person per night.
Still not bad.
And the Royal Suite has 2 rooms, a master and a guest bedroom, a kitchenette, and a bathroom. That's the only sales pitch you guys have to give me.
$200 per person
Per night.
per night for 6 people.
6 people, it's about $1,200 to $1,300 total.
It's not bad.
And the whole island's yours too.
How many bedrooms are there?
There's 2 bedrooms. There is a guest bedroom with a queen and a full, and then there is a master bedroom with a king. It's the king and queen that get to stay in the master. And there is a pull-out couch, and there's also air mattresses too, if the 6 want to stay on separate beds. Alright, so this room right here, this is the castle's loggia. Now the loggia pretty much had the same exact purpose as the drawing room, except it wasn't the men, it was the women that withdrew to this room. Now, they had their own board games like Mahjong right here, but unlike the men, they had their own filming projector. This machine right here allowed them to project 30-second silent black and white film onto what we like to call the world's first flat screen. Now, they even have their own machine right here to make their own film. From here, they can hook it up to the projector and then play it right back onto the flat screen. Now, contrary to the breakfast room, this room was downsized. It was originally combined with the sunway room through this doorway over here to be basically one large screen porch. Now, that was all changed in 1928 when Marjorie decided to have her addition added on directly above us. The only way for her to get the support that she needed was to have these rooms cut into two. She then had the walls changed from wood to stone. If you guys are wondering what that all used to look like originally, there is 2 photos up front right here and some photos in the windows as well. Do you guys have any questions about the loggia? All right, now once you guys are ready, we're gonna begin making our way out this door right over here. We're gonna go up the stairs and that'll take us to the 3rd floor. Just watch your step as you get out. There's a little bit of a step up right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Named it after you.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It's amazing.
What do you say? The last person was 1999
Can't remember.
to live here. That would actually surprise me.
I know. It was a year after I graduated, man. Oh, we're going up again. I don't like steps. Scared of them.
$200 a night.
See, I don't think
That's
that's
not